We are glad you are here, and we are sorry there are so many of you standing. In accordance with Governing Board Policy BDDH, Public Participation in Board Meetings, the invocation will be offered by Pastor Sean Pugh from the Bethlehem Lutheran Church. Please stand.
Let us pray. God of all people, this time of year we have much to celebrate. Las Posadas and Mexican families, Hanukkah and Jewish families, Kwanzaa and African American families, Milad Nabi and Muslim families, the Day of Enlightenment and Buddhist families, Jita Huyanti and Hindu families, Amisoka and Japanese families, Yuletide and pagan families, winter solstice and Native American families, and Advent followed by Christmas and Christian families. Our faiths share a common denominator, that we all seek love and peace in this world. As the Mesa School Board gathers tonight with the docket of people, places, and things to discuss and consider, let the designated outcomes be that of love and peace. Tonight, we lift up the Mesa School Board members, Jenny Richardson, Ben Smith, Elaine Miner, Stephen Peterson, and Kiana Sears. We also lift up Michael Cowan, Scott Thompson, Arlinda Mann, Holly Williams, Andy Fouts, Sharon Holmes, Alice Swinehart, and Pete Lassar. God, they are here tonight instead of with their families, so please be with them as they are doing the business of the district. We lift up all the school district employees, students, and families, and at this time of shorter days and longer nights, we ask for peace to light up the darkness and the daylight find us safe and loved. In your name we pray, amen.
Thank you. You can remain standing because I'm going to call the meeting to order. Sorry. This is a stand up, sit down, lean to the left, lean to the right meeting. We will have our Pledge of Allegiance led by Ryan Lunt, who is a Star Scout from Troop 155, and he attends Stapley Junior High School. So Ryan, if you'll come to the microphone and lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, then stay standing because we'll have the national anthem after that.
Please join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
Thank you. You can really be seated this time. We are glad you are all here. We appreciate you coming to learn, to listen, and to celebrate those and to honor those who are being honored here tonight with us. We are excited to get to learn and know more about you. If you need an agenda, there are some outside, and the minutes from this meeting will be posted on the website if you want to find them later. And in the future, you can always watch it on EdTV. If you like this so much, you want to keep watching, you can totally do that. We have a video on our governing board procedures for you to watch.
Welcome to the Mesa Public Schools Governing Board meeting. We appreciate your interest in the district. The 5 elected governing board members volunteer countless hours and serve without compensation. The president and the clerk of the board are elected in January. Under state law, the governing board may only discuss and vote on matters that are on the agenda for tonight's meeting. Agendas are posted a minimum of 24 hours in advance on the Mesa Public Schools website and in the Curriculum Services Center. Copies of tonight's agenda are located in the lobby. Members of the public may speak to the agenda items. If you wish to comment on any agenda item, please fill out a request to address the board form. These forms are also located in the lobby. Before the item is discussed, please submit the completed form to the assistant to the governing board. Members of the public will be given a maximum of 3 minutes to speak. Once recognized by the governing board president, please state your name. We ask that all speakers show respect and courtesy to others. During the second regular meeting of each month, the agenda will include a call to the public, which is an opportunity to speak to the governing board about a school district matter that's not on the agenda. Please submit a request to address the board form to participate in the call to the public. If you want the governing board to consider adding an item to a future agenda, you may submit your request in writing to the board at least 5 working days before that meeting. The superintendent or the governing board president will consider your request. Thank you for your attendance and involvement in tonight's meeting.
Hopefully that will be the longest part of our meeting right there, is that video for you. We're at item number 6 on our agenda, which is our minutes. Can I have a motion to approve the minutes of the regular meeting held November 14th, 2017?
I'll move for the approval of the minutes for the regular meeting held on November 14th, 2017.
All those in favor?
Aye.
And Dr. Holmes.
Madam President, members of the board, we are asking your approval this evening of the certificated and classified personnel requests, excluding the addendum.
Thank you. That's item 7 on our agenda. Do I have a motion for the personnel requests?
I'll move for the approval of the certificated and classified personnel request, excluding the addendum.
All those in favor?
Aye.
We are now to the consent agenda. We have decided that we will be pulling item D from the consent agenda and approving it and having some discussion about it. But otherwise, I need a motion. All of the consent agenda items remaining will be listed as a group and approved with one motion.
Madam President, may I make a motion that we approve the consent agenda items with the exception of D as in dog, which we will pull.
Thank you. All those in favor?
Aye.
Dr. Cowan, why don't you talk to us about item D?
Thank you, Madam President, members of the board. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our meeting this evening. Item D is proposed changes to the Arizona School Boards Association bylaws for 2017. This is a request of all participating school districts, one of which is Mesa Public Schools, to seek their clarification or your clarifying votes on 8 proposals, lettered proposals A through H. And what I'd like to do is just briefly summarize what the conversation was in study session and then seek your approval of my summary, along with approval of me serving as your representative to submit your vote, which would be in addition to the votes of all school systems across the state that are members of ASBA for their consideration. Proposal A is Article 5, Section 9 regarding vacancies and removal of office of individuals who are on the board of directors and the executive committee. It speaks about there are 4 meetings per year, and if you miss more than one, you may be removed from one of these 2 governing bodies. The larger population voted in this situation to no on this proposal, with 1 yes from board member Sears. Proposal B, Article 8, Amendment to Bylaws and Core Beliefs, speaks to when a quorum of 60% of the members of the board vote and 3/4 of all votes are in the affirmative using an electronic vote membership process was unanimously agreed to by this board. Proposal C, Article 8, Amendment to Bylaws and Core Beliefs, also Section 1. The board unanimously voted no on this item. Proposal D is technical changes to all the instances of the language in ASBA, moving from current language, Hispanic Native American Indian Caucus, to Hispanic Native American Caucus, and there was unanimous consent that they approve the proposal. Letter E, Article 5, Section 2, speaks about officers of the Board of Directors and Executive Committee, in particular the Board of Directors, and speaks to the past president and current president of the Arizona Hispanic Native American Caucus to be members of that board, allowing for representation from both the Hispanic and Native American communities that are the constitution of that caucus. There was unanimous vote to approve the proposal by the governing board. Proposal F, Article 6, Meetings and Voting, and Section 3, Annual Delegate Assembly. There was unanimous consent to the proposal of no action by any delegate of presiding authority shall stifle and or terminate debate or discussion of the delegate assembly. It is not the consensus of the group to support that proposal. Letter G, Article 7, Committees and Caucuses, Section 2, Caucuses in particular. This would include the establishment of a conservative caucus of ASBA, and based on the limited information available, there was unanimous consent that this board would not support the proposal that was presented. And Proposal H, Article 6, Meetings and Voting, Section 3, Annual Delegate Assembly. This proposal talks about how there should be a basic delegate assembly workshop prior to the delegate assembly. There was mixed vote on this with 4 no votes and 1 yes vote presented by Board Member Sears. So we will vote the no as recommended by the majority of the governing board for Mesa Public Schools on that proposal. So in summary, Proposal A would be no to the proposal. Proposal B would be yes to the proposal. Proposal C would be no to the proposal. Proposal D would be yes to the proposal. Proposal E would be yes to the proposal. Proposal F would be no to the proposal. And Proposal G would be no to the proposal. And Proposal H would be no to the proposal, and I will make sure that the dissenting votes for those that were different from unanimous vote will also be presented to ASBA. And I seek your approval of that summary report of your informal deliberations about that and making it formal in this meeting, and appointing the superintendent as your designee to represent your votes electronically to ASBA.
Thank you, Dr. Cowan. Do I have a motion to approve item 9D as presented by Dr. Cowan?
Madam President, I make a motion to actually have 9D as presented by Dr. Cowan.
All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Thank you. Dr. Cowan, back to you, your superintendent's report.
Thank you. Tonight, governing board meeting is bursting with examples of courage, persistence, and heart, and that's what it takes to build the legacy of excellence at Mesa Public Schools. Whether in a classroom, a concert hall, a gymnasium, a sports field, or in laboratories, I see examples every day of the valuable contributions that our students, employees, parents, and community members make to prepare our future generations to lead the world. I appreciate each of you and your part in our important work. Now, I encourage you to get comfortable. Unfortunately, those of you that are standing won't, because we have very many achievements and successes to celebrate. For the 5th year, our friends of the Mesa Oriental No. 20 Masonic Lodge honored 22 teachers for their dedication to education. The evening recognition included a welcome reception featuring music performed by Tate Allen and Clark Wilson, junior cellists from the Mountain View High School Orchestra, Skyline High School Army Junior ROTC Color Guard Commander Dion Bryant, and Color Guard members Esmeralda Mora, Caitlin Sprague, and Cheyenne Thompson presented colors at the ceremony under the direction of Sergeant Tim Simmons. And for the first time, the Masons included a student essay contest and awarded 4 students with a certificate of appreciation. Congratulations to 7th graders Aaron Goss from Shepherd Junior High School, Kayla Amin, and Leslie Linart Luna from Summit Academy, and Zaharis Elementary School 5th grader Caitlin and Fisher. Plant science students from Dobson High School provided potted succulents from their greenhouse as mementos for our award recipients. Thank you to the Lodge for your support and for recognizing our teachers and students. Congratulations to Mesa High School Marching Band for earning the, this is a long title, Division II Arizona State Marching Band Championship title. You can't put that on a t-shirt without wrapping it around the other side. The team competed earlier this month at Arizona State University's Sun Devil Stadium. Under the direction of Robert Brooks and Jeff Cuomo, the marching band delivered their best performance of the season's show, Unbroken. Mesa, Skyline, Red Mountain, and Mountain View High Schools joined marching bands from across Arizona to compete in the state competition. We look forward to shaking hands with representatives from the marching band at a future meeting. Congratulations go to Mallory Mahoney, junior and bassoonist at Skyline High School. She's in the band there for being inducted into the National Honors Orchestra after a highly competitive audition process. She will perform at Carnegie Hall in February in what is truly a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Mallory studies under the direction of Skyline High School band director Jennifer Howard. Students from across the district participated in Read for the Record literacy program. Guest readers delighted them with this book right here, Quackers by Liz Wong. It's a beloved story about understanding and acceptance that follows a kitten that grows up believing he is a duck. Read for the Record, sponsored by Jumpstart and Pearson, celebrates the joy of reading and the impact of national service in our community. Thank you to the English Language Arts Department for coordinating a wonderful event for our students. Now, if you've had your full of turkey leftovers from your Thanksgiving holiday, then you will be pleased to hear about a special event tomorrow. It is Mesa Public Schools Day at Chipotle Mexican Grill. From 4 to 9 p.m., 5 Chipotle locations in Mesa and 1 in Gilbert will donate 50% of sales to Mesa Public Schools Foundation. The foundation supports students and staff in a variety of ways, including funding the Teacher Mini Grant Program for innovative classroom projects, supplying books and prizes for Battle of the Books, and providing the gift cards for our Spotlight recognitions. It's important that you either show the flyer or you mention to the cashier that you are there to support the Mesa Public Schools Foundation. You can find the flyer and participating locations on the district's website. Now, Madam President and board members, this concludes my report to the board, and I invite you to join me in front of the dais for this evening's recognitions. And Mindy Praser, physical education teacher at Zaharis, would you please come forward? That star. She's the role model for everybody else. Stand on the black star. There you go. That's so our photographer can get you over there. I misspoke. Mindy is not only physical education teacher at Zaharis Elementary School, she's also the physical education teacher at Brinton Elementary School. Arizona Health and Physical Education named Mindy the 2017 Teacher of the Year. She was recognized by her outstanding teacher performance and the ability to motivate our young students to engage in a lifetime of physical activity. Mindy doesn't just walk the talk, she runs it. Now listen to her accomplishments. She's an Ironman competitor. She's a marathoner. She's a race director. She's 2016 District Wellness Champion. She's 2015 Oriental Masonic Lodge Teacher of Excellence and Philanthropist. Mindy is the quintessential physical education teacher and role model. Not only is she instructionally sound in academics and physical education, she goes above and beyond by sponsoring and co-sponsoring a variety of clubs and student organizations, including our student council, the Turkey Trot, and running, oceanography, and fitness clubs as well. She's also a teacher wellness coordinator. Mindy, congratulations. We've got an award over here for you. Right here. Right there, that's for you. Congratulations. I think you've already seen those. Comments?
That's awesome. Thank you to everybody who came out. I'm kind of speechless and overwhelmed by everything that's been going on this month. It's been a lot of fun. And that's pretty much it. I've just been having fun. And I appreciate working for people and with people who let me have fun and do wild things and kind of come up with ideas that are maybe not as traditional, but we have a good time. So thank you.
Congratulations. We try to tell you. Go ahead and meet the governing board. As she goes back to her seat, you need to check out her ruby slippers or ruby stilettos. Those are pretty cool. Congratulations, Mindy. Your positive attitude, your infectious energy, your leadership skills, and your work ethic are just a few of the reasons you deserve this award. We thank you for being an inspiration, helping me get up in the morning and run, and for devoting your life's work to children and their well-being. One more time, ladies and gentlemen, let's recognize Mindy Prazer, Physical Education Teacher of the Year. Congratulations. We have a couple of people here in support of her. We've got, let's see, is Dr. Steve Hogan out here tonight? He would be here if he could, but he lives like in... Oh, he's at Red Mountain High School. Thank you. That's Deb Pangrazi, the elementary physical education specialist. Thank you for being here, Deb. Mike Oliver, the principal at Saharis Elementary School. Pat Esses, the director of Title I and former principal at Brinton Elementary School. Are you out here, Pat, somewhere? And anybody else who's here for Mindy, raise your hand. So there were some folks over here. We've got some powerful people over here. Good, good, good. All right, let's move on. Mesa Public Schools has a storied tradition of excellence in the arts. Under the leadership of District Music Specialist Scott Bergner, who's right over there in the corner, our robust music program provides students with positive, life-changing opportunities through experiencing and performing music at the highest level of instruction. Tonight, we celebrate the musical accomplishments of 2 of the 3 seniors who were named first chair performers in the 2017-2018 All-State Jazz and Show Choir Festival. Will the Red Mountain High School vocalists please join me? You guys come right here. First, we have Miles Hull, who received first chair bass in show choir. Raise your hand. There you are. Miles, I'm supposed to tell you to wave to the crowd. There you go. Next, we have Anthony Procopio. There's Anthony, I know his family very well, who received first chair tenor in show choir. I'm not going to hold that against you. That's all right. Maybe we'll ask your dad to sing tonight, so if he's half as good as you. Anthony, it's your turn to wave to the audience now. There you go. The all-state show choir comprises approximately 44 Arizona high school students. Selection is based in a live singing and dancing audition. Choir members memorize the performance songs before attending the 2-day-long festival, where they learn the choreography and refine the music prior to the final performance. These students study under the direction of Joey Johnston, Mountain View High School Choir. Joey, it's your turn to wave to the audience. There he is over there. Red Mountain. I'm sorry. Okay. That's the principal of Red Mountain back there, bawling me out. These students study under the direction of Joey Johnston, Red Mountain Choir Director. Joey, thank you for what you do. Joey, thank you for sharing your time and talents with all of these students and the others, and thank you for the families of these performers who support their children every step of the way so that they can reach their full potential. Now, Jared Ryan's here. I mentioned that. He's the principal of Red Mountain High School. Proud of these two young men. And ladies and gentlemen, please join me in recognizing these two young, talented individuals for their accomplishments. Okay. Let's see how many more times I can mess up. Now, will the state swim and dive champions please join me up front? And again, right here, kids. Right off the Black Star. There we go. Yeah, you thought you were going to get a rest, right? Okay. Mesa Public Schools is well represented at the State Swim and Dive Championships earlier this month, coming away with 4 individual titles. First, we have Mountain View High School senior Brian Rawlinson. Brian, raise your hand. There's Brian, who won Division I Boys State 100-yard backstroke with a time of 52.40. Brian is coached by Bob Ronan. Coach, are you here? There he is in the back. Hi, Coach. He coached my boys. He's a great man. Next, we have Red Mountain High School senior Olivia Groskost. Right? Did I get it right? Okay. Put your hand up. There you go. She took the 100-yard butterfly title and the second year in a row with a time of 54.62 seconds. Whoa. Olivia is coached by Red Mountain math teacher Ben Scott. Coach Scott, are you here? Where are you? There you are. Thank you are. Thank you for what you do. She will continue her swimming career at college as she has verbally committed to swimming for Southern Methodist University in Dallas, Texas. Is that correct? Congratulations. Yeah, that's pretty impressive. Also from Red Mountain, we have a familiar face. Senior Miles Hull, who I understand is not only an incredible singer, but dives like a dolphin. All right? Winning the Division I Boys State Diving Championship with a score of 491.05. Miles is coached by Lauren Thiel. Coach Thiel, are you here? There she is. Congratulations to you, and congratulations, Mr. Hull, again, for being recognized tonight. Representing Skyline High School is 3-time state champion Victoria Knapp. There you go. You didn't have much choice, right? Victoria, a junior, won the Division I Girls State Championship Diving Championship title with a score of 482.05. She is also coached by Coach Thiel. Thank you so much, and congratulations to this young lady as well. Now, in case you didn't get to see all those coaches, I want those coaches one more time to stand up and raise your hand because it takes a lot of work by these coaches. So stand up, coaches. Right there, right there, right back there. There we are. They are motivators, they're teachers, they're trainers, they're mentors. They exude excellence out of our students, and we appreciate them. Coaches train athletes to pursue excellence, whether it is in the water or in the classroom. The skill set they develop is something they call upon in college and the rest of their lives, and we want to congratulate them for that. So if you are a family member of one of these talented swimmers/divers, would you raise your hand or stand so we can recognize you as well? We've got a couple of dads over here. There's some parents there, a mom there. We have Principal Greg Milbrandt of Mountain View High School in the back over there. You saw Jared Ryan. He's back over there as well. Greg Schultz, I think I saw Greg, athletic director, right over there. And Dr. Steve Hogan, who's not here. And Dr. Tom Brennan was unable to be with us as well. So anybody else here recognized with these young people? Teachers, advisors, administrators, anybody else? Next door neighbors, cousins, third time removed. Okay, we want to make sure we congratulate you. Again, congratulations on being outstanding scholar athletes. We congratulate you. Now we'll ask Dr. Jessica Seaman, principal of Stevenson Elementary School, and Kathy Ray, principal of Porter Elementary School, and former Stevenson principal, to join me at the podium. Stevenson Elementary School was named Gold Level School by the Beat the Odds Institute. This is the highest level of achievement awarded to schools by the Institute. Beat the Odds was established in 2007 under the umbrella of the Center for the Future of Arizona. The program targets schools with at least 50% minority populations. It provides individualized mentoring, partner meetings, training seminars, resources, and support in applying the Institute's 6 keys to success, which strengthen and improve achievement in target demographic schools. We'd like to present this award to you.
It's hanging proudly on our wall in the office.
The award that we've already hung up in your office. That's all right, that's good. That's where it should be, right? So everybody can see it. So picture in your mind a beautiful award as it's handed off to Dr. Jessica Siemens. We would like to recognize the leadership of Principal Ray and her dedication and commitment to building a legacy of success. Principal Seaman continues to lead that legacy in the community as a strong and steady principal. Receiving this recognition is a testament to the gains Stevenson students have made through the endless effort and hard work of these 2 administrators, their teachers, staff, and students. Congratulations to Stevenson Elementary School for beating the odds, and congratulations to you 2 for your leadership. Thank you. Jessica, it's always good to start on top, and you just keep going up. So that's great. Franklin at Brimhall Elementary School Principal Jeff Abrams, will you please join me? I saw you here somewhere, Jeff. You're all going to come up? Or whatever. Come on up here. We got all night. School doesn't start till... There's just a couple of folks here. So make a little line up against that table right there, and then we'll just keep sorting you out here. Hey, how are you? Oh, how are you? Good to see you. Jeff, any other family, relatives, neighbors we want to get up here? So you stand right here on this black, you're right there on the star, all right? All right. Okay, let's see. Franklin at Brimhall Elementary School was named a 2017 National Blue Ribbon School for Overall Excellence by the United States Department of Education. It was one of 5 schools in the state of Arizona that received the award. Nationwide, 342 schools were recognized. Principal Abrams and 6th grade teacher Patty Carr. Patty, raise your hand. I'm right here. There she is. There she is, behind me. Couldn't see you. Accepted the award at a Blue Ribbon Award ceremony in Washington, D.C. earlier this month. Franklin at Brimhall credits its success to several factors, including the daily conscientious effort that teachers make to ensure that all students achieve their personal best, and the commitment from all stakeholders working together for the development of well-rounded individuals in the areas of citizenship, respect, and responsibility. And we've got a copy here, or this is the original. It's not hanging in your office right now, but you brought it with you, so good. It says, in recognition of Franklin at Brimhall Elementary School, Mesa, Arizona, exemplary, high-performing National Blue Ribbon School 2017. Signed by Betsy DeVos, Secretary of Education. Now, let me just give you an idea of this. This is a rare and prestigious award to be given to a school. So this is no little piece of paper that you hang on a wall. It says you dress nicely. It's really about the accomplishment and the heart of the administrator and these wonderful people behind me, supported by incredible parents and dedicated students, that brings this kind of recognition not just to Franklin, but to Mesa Public Schools as well. So ladies and gentlemen, please join me in recognizing Franklin at Brimhall Elementary School, exemplary high-performing National Blue Ribbon School 2017.
Dr. Cowan pretty much summed it up. You know, the process is about a 5-year process of studying data. And those of you that remember, about 6 years ago, there was a repurposing of the district and buildings. So all these hardworking educators with me, we all came together from different campuses. And the one thing that we committed was, you know, excellence in education to our students and always doing what's best for those students. And this just kind of validates all of the effort of all the families, students, and staff members, teachers, office staff, custodians, everybody working together. So it's just a great honor, and we're pretty humbled to get this. So we're looking forward to it in 5 years, though. So congratulations, staff.
How are you? You're good. You're good. Hey, I think this is great. So Pete, the physical education teacher at Franklin Elementary, asked, "Hey, is this the buffet line?" And so hopefully Jeff will have a buffet of award-winning celebration. There you go. There you go. Congratulations, Jeff, and the entire Franklin and Brimhall Elementary staff for your dedication, your diligence, your commitment to ensuring that all children reach their fullness. Next on the agenda are Spotlight Recognitions. This program gives our community a more comprehensive look at our schools, programs, and departments, and allows us to recognize some incredible individuals. This evening's Spotlight Recognitions include Las Sendas, Lincoln Elementary Schools, and Red Mountain High School. Will Jared Ryan, principal of Red Mountain High School, please join me at the podium while we watch a brief video about his school.
What makes Red Mountain a special place is definitely the people. It's a special community full of special people being served by special professionals. There are 7 levels of education within our campus. We can support every single student on our campus at the level that's most appropriate for them. We have the largest biomed program in the state of Arizona, also recognized by the Arizona School Board Association as a program of innovation with the Golden Bell Award. We're home to an advanced placement capstone diploma option for our students. We're one of the very few across the entire state that offer this opportunity for our students as they try to separate themselves before heading on to college or university. We also offer culinary arts programs that are robust in nature, along with other CTE offerings. Our faculty and staff are dedicated, they're passionate, they're heartfelt. They get to know students on a personal level. They get to know students and what their needs are academically. Red Mountain High School is an award-winning school. We're recognized in athletics, activities, and academics. We're extremely proud of our students and extremely honored to serve the community in which we do.
On this mountain.
On this mountain.
On this mountain.
On this mountain, we stand as one. We stand as one.
We stand as one. We stand as one. On this mountain, we stand as one.
get a little kerplunk when I watch these. It's kind of like watching a Hallmark commercial. So what a great tribute to a great school, a great administrator, great staff and faculty as well. Jared, you've got some individuals that you'd like to recognize today, don't you?
Absolutely. Thank you. Dr. Cowan, Superintendency, Governing Board, thank you for allowing us this opportunity tonight to shed a little light on the special things going on at Red Mountain High School. A bit like Dr. Cowan, I look up at that video and I don't know that I realize how lucky I am every single day that I get to go to work. And it's not a job for us. A lot of wonderful people sitting in this room right now who make a difference every day in the lives of our students and are dedicated. I was able to talk to a couple parents tonight of some of our students who point at people like Mr. J as being a difference maker in the lives of their sons. So I'm just lucky. I'm fortunate to be able to stand here tonight and fortunate to lead Red Mountain High School. It's a proud institution with nearly 3 decades of success thanks to our extensive and diverse academic offerings and the support of a strong community. Together, our students, teachers, staff members, and families strive to build upon our rich traditions. I'm honored to recognize a few individuals tonight. First, if I can have Anthony Procopio come and join me. You saw him a bit earlier. Anthony is a tremendous young man in the classroom, and it only took a few minutes walking in this room tonight to see the difference that Anthony has made in the lives of adults. Not often does that happen where we're influenced as much by a student as we hope to have influenced him in some way, shape, or form. Teacher on campus wrote this about Anthony. Anthony's passion, devotion, and dedication all lead him to success. As a performer, he's earned several accolades and has actually, along with a peer of his, written a musical production that'll be performed in January at Red Mountain High School. If you want to come out and see it, it's way cool. He's also a strong student, is innovative in his approach, and involved in so many things across campus. Anthony is committed to his education and puts family and academics first. A born leader and collaborator, his accomplishments are outstanding, and I know he'll do great things in his life. I'm honored to recognize you, Anthony, as our outstanding student. Congratulations. I'm fortunate to be able to recognize a support staff member and a certified staff member tonight as well. And I'm going to ask Alex Allen to come and join me, please. Alex doesn't know that's why she's here. Hey, Alex. Welcome. You're on television. Wave, everyone. So Alex, I don't know how many times I've crossed her path over the last few years where she has some sort of tone in her voice. She's a whisperer to students and gets them to do things none of the rest of us, any of us, can get accomplished. She's just amazing at what she does. Alex individualizes everything she does to fit student needs. An innovative thinker, she helps develop a coffee cart experience to teach students both transitional and vocational skills. She's a patient and natural leader who has mentored new teachers and shaped the Applied Learning Department into one of the best programs around. I'm honored to recognize you, Alexandra, as our educator who makes a difference. Thank you so much and congratulations. So honestly, when the rest of the campus has a simple fire drill, Alex's day can be wrecked with the students in her classroom. And we'll be walking in from a typical fire drill with the students who sometimes need a little head start or a little forewarning to when that's occurring. And man, she gets them back on track. She gets them where they need to be. She's been part of an innovative physical education program on campus too, and just nonstop work ethic, and is amazing. And the next person and the final person I'd like to bring up is probably the most single influential person over all of us on campus, and that's Amber Miller. I would like Amber to come and join us, please. We didn't know if we could actually get Amber here tonight. Come here. You did it. Great job, Eric. So the first person asked her to make sure she was going to be here. She said no because she had some obligations. So then we put her husband on the job, and we made sure that she got here. So we're so happy that she is. Oh, to watch him in the video. He sold himself as being in the video. Great. Oh. So Amber is our audiovisual specialist at Red Mountain High School. It's a title. We always talk about leaving titles at the door. I think Amber took that literally because she comes in and she does everything on campus. We all depend on her so much. No matter what is thrown at her, Amber is always patient and kind. Her support for teachers is beyond belief. She's a lifesaver for teachers and staff. Whether the need is printing, supplies, or just a vent while waiting on the printers, she's there with a smile and usually a funny story of her own. We appreciate all of the hard work she puts in every day. I'm honored to recognize you, Amber, as our customer service champion. Congratulations. On behalf of the students, staff, and families of Red Mountain High School, thank you for giving us this opportunity. Thank you, Dr. Cowan, Governing Board, and Superintendency for allowing us to be here this evening. Greatly appreciated.
Here's a little trivial pursuit fact. We have more students on a campus like Red Mountain High School, students and staff, than most cities and towns have populations in the state of Arizona. And so when you have an incredible administrator, a dynamic staff, a wonderful student population, and supportive parents, some incredible things can happen, and that's happening at Red Mountain High School, and we appreciate the work of so many people to make that happen. Let's have a hand one more time for Red Mountain High School. Our next spotlight shines on Las Sendas Elementary School. Will Principal Aaron Kazmarek at Las Sendas Elementary School please join me at the podium while we watch a video about your school. Aaron?
Welcome to Las Sendas, home of the Coyotes. One thing that really signifies Las Sendas is our hardworking teachers. The curriculum mapping that our teachers and the time that we spend on our curriculum and common formative assessments is amazing. That's one of the reasons why we're an A+ School of Excellence. Our parents are absolutely outstanding. We welcome them on the campus. We love having them on campus. Our parents are such a pivotal part of this. In fact, everything above is not possible. Aside from the academics, at Las Sendas we really focus on the whole child. Our music program is phenomenal here. We have Suzuki, which is at no other school, and we have every child required to learn the Suzuki method.
Bring it to your head, to your left ear, straight down so it covers your left shoulder.
That carries into our advanced orchestra, where we actually have a symphony, where we combine our band and our orchestra. Coyote Daily is our broadcast club.
Good morning, Coyotes.
They film it, they write the script, and instead of an adult up there saying what's going on, we put that in charge of the students. Intramural sports is something really fun. That's getting them out there on the playground, making sure that they get the opportunity to experience multiple games. The best part about the enrichment rooms is it allows all of our students to be successful while growing new learners and new leaders in those classrooms by differentiating our structure in a manner that gives all of our students the opportunity to grow and excel. Las Sendas is truly a remarkable place.
We sure do appreciate the work of our educational television department that puts these little video clips together. They do a wonderful job. Aaron, I understand you have a couple of the many wonderful people at Las Sendas that you'd like to recognize tonight.
Well, I figured I would represent the follically impaired, so thanks to all the other bald men out there. I just wanted to, all this perfect hair appears, getting a little old here for me. But Las Sendas is truly an amazing place. We just had our 20-year celebration, and I always say it's like going to Disneyland. It starts at the crossing guards, having them wave at you and just greet you, and then it's just always good morning, hi, how are you, good morning. I mean, it's just our point of pride of being at Lysendas. The parents are on the campus in the lunchroom. It's truly a remarkable school, and I'm just thrilled to be a part of it. But we have a student, and it was really fun to do this because we have 155 sixth graders, so we have a huge sixth grade group. And I'll be honest, it's one of those sixth grade groups that everybody adores. So to find that one student that is an exemplar, it's a challenge because you have to give it to 5 teachers, and you have to kind of drill this whole process down, and then we submit the name to our specialists because they interact with every kid, because I'm not going to make that decision. So when this came about, we found this student, Nathan Stillwell. And this is what Mrs. Lombardi said. Nathan, can you come up here? All right, so Nathan has earned Leader of the Pack award in consecutive years. He's always eager to learn. After a lesson, he wholeheartedly thanks his teacher and seeks feedback for ways he can improve. He's also kind, respectful, and the first to offer assistance. He's a well-rounded student, engaged in multiple activities inside and outside of school. I am honored to recognize you, Nathan, as our outstanding student at Lysendas Elementary. I'm going to leave him up here, make him feel the pressure a little bit under the lights. Next, we have a volunteer, and I drugged this woman here saying that we were going to talk about trauma-induced students and the foster kid programs that she's so great with. So we kind of coerced her in getting here. But Daniel Brewer is a volunteer. Can you come up here, please? You see it coming? We have amazing parents. We really do. The community support. But Danielle, her and just a few others put on a 20-year celebration, and she's truly remarkable, whether it's decorating doors or feeding us or just being a support in every capacity. Even the other day we had a student, and she does a lot with foster and group homes and whatnot, and she helped me out with a student who was having a very difficult time. She's truly a remarkable young lady. But just to say how amazing she is, how do you thank a teacher? If you're Danielle, you set up a luncheon that rivals a Paris cafe. Every detail down to the bubbly water, chalkboard sign, and coordinated napkins is perfect. She creates amazing decorations for classroom doors, brings sweet treats to staff, and helps in the workroom, along with coordinating the yearbook production. I'm honored to recognize you, Danielle, as our volunteer extraordinaire. And as we said, we have our symphony, and Gary Platt, he's an amazing, amazing general music teacher, and we're very fortunate to have him here. Unfortunately, he is having a concert right now at our school, so we couldn't quite coordinate this. So his wife is Holly Platt. She's a Title I specialist. She goes, Aaron, he's got a concert. And I told Gary is amazing. When you go into this classroom, you have to understand, as a general music or even a PE teacher, any of these specialists, you go from a curriculum of a kindergartner to a sixth grader, blank slate to hormones. I mean, it's just amazing what they do. And you can watch Gary up there, and he will go from a sock puppet entertaining these little kindergartners to actually get these dances in a full-on rock concert, just jamming out with these kids. It's remarkable how his voice changed. I said, Holly, is that what he's like at home? She goes, no, it's pretty much just the sixth grade voice. But, he's just truly amazing. When we said, hey, listen, we got to take our band and orchestra, because I've been with Gary for now 15 years. I stole him from Stevenson. I said, man, I've been hearing the same musical piece for 10 years. Can we do something different? And he stepped right on. I mean, we played Star Trek, or Star Wars, Pirates of the Caribbean, Jurassic Park. It's truly remarkable. So just a shout out to Gary. He knows, he's thinking, he's playing a concert with our students right now. So we're truly blessed to have Gary. I always say this is the woman that keeps me from getting fired. You guys didn't hear that. But it's Jill Bendon. Jill Bendon. She's wonderful. She is the good morning. We actually give grades on how well you say good morning, and that started with Crystal. So if you don't say good morning, you get like a letter grade, like a B, C, a D, or an F. You don't want to be on the F list, so you just kind of say, good morning. So in every school, there's one person who seems to do it all and who has a constant smile for everyone at Lysendas. That person is Jill. She solves problems, coordinates schedules, communicates effectively with staff and families, and works with students who need one-on-one guidance. She's the glue that holds our school together. I am honored to recognize Jill. You are our customer service champion. Jill Bender. All right. There's our Lucinda Spotlight. Thank you so much for giving us the microphone.
Let's have a round of applause for Aaron and those wonderful folks at Los Sendas Elementary School. Our last spotlight for the evening shines on Lincoln Elementary School. Principal Josh Henderson, come on up. Let's watch a little video about the Lincoln Cougars.
Hi, I'm Josh Henderson, proud principal of Lincoln Elementary School, where Cougar pride is nothing to hide. Here at Lincoln Elementary School, we have a lot of unique programs that help support the learning of our students. We support the mission of Avid Elementary, which is to close the achievement gap by preparing all students for college readiness and success in a global society. In our classrooms, you will see students learning skills for success, which include communication skills, self-advocacy skills, note-taking strategies, critical thinking, and study skills. We are a PBIS school. Using PBIS, we're teaching behavioral expectations and rewarding students for following them. Our Lincoln Family Literacy Program offers classes to adults who have children in kindergarten through 3rd grade. During their times together, our parents learn literacy skills both in the classroom with an adult instructor as well as in the classroom alongside their students. Parents in this program set a tremendous example for their children as they make education a priority. We also have a gardening club with about 40 students that stay after school to plant, water, and cultivate a variety of fruits and vegetables. This club teaches our students life skills such as hard work, patience, and perseverance. Students love coming to school at Lincoln every day because we've created a culture of positivity. Teachers and staff will do whatever it takes to ensure that our students feel safe, supported, and successful.
Josh, will you introduce your honorees for us tonight?
Gets me a little choked up watching that video. I mean, I have the blessing of being able to interact with this family, with these families, and with this amazing group of teachers every single day. And to be able to see them spotlighted tonight, it overwhelms me with emotions. And I'm sure my staff back here will tell you that happens often at staff meetings. The overwhelming of emotions of appreciation of the hard work that they do each and every day. So it was a difficult process, as I could have easily chosen from many students and staff members on our campus to celebrate tonight, but I look forward to celebrating those that we've selected this evening. So at Lincoln, we welcome all students with open arms. Our classrooms are like family. It's a place to learn and to share, to love and to care for one another. We set high expectations and we encourage a growth mindset in every one of our students. I'm so proud to recognize the following Cougars tonight. Hindi Wan Hercules, 5th grade student, please join me up at the podium. Look at this smile right here, right? Isn't that amazing? So every day, Hindi arrives at school with a smile on his face, ready to learn. His positive attitude is contagious. He's sensitive to the needs of his peers and always ready to lend a helping hand. Hindi is motivated to succeed academically, and he thrives in activities such as Battle of the Books and challenge groups. His determination to excel is an inspiration to all, and I'm honored to recognize you, Hindi, as our outstanding student.
Andy llega a la escuela todos los días con una sonrisa, listo para aprender. Su actitud positiva es contagiosa. Hendy es sensible a las necesidades de sus compañeros y siempre está dispuesto a ayudar. Se motiva para tener éxito académico y prosperar en actividades como la batalla de los libros y el grupo de desafío. Su determinación para sobresalir es una inspiración para todos. El señor Henderson está honrado de reconocerte, Hendy, como un estudiante excelente.
Hendy, I'm going to have you slide over a little bit as we recognize our next teacher. This is Devin Roethlisberger. She's our 5th, 6th grade specific learning disabilities. She's our 5th, 6th grade SLD teacher. Devin has a passion for student learning. She ensures her students are supported socially, emotionally, and academically. Her innovative lessons are engaging as she differentiates instruction to meet the needs of each student. As a special education team leader and committee chair, her support makes Lincoln a better place to work and to learn. I'm honored to recognize you, Devin, as our educator who makes a difference. All right, last but not least, I'd like to welcome Rosa Campos, our family support specialist. Rosa works closely with our parents in the family literacy program and our PTO members and anyone that she comes into contact that needs support. Her kindness, compassion, and can-do attitude resonates throughout the campus. She provides uniforms for students in need. She shares community resources with struggling families and offers a smile to everyone who walks through the front door. I'm honored to recognize you, Rosa, as our customer service champion. Thank you for allowing us to shine a spotlight on a few of the wonderful people who make Lincoln Elementary School such a wonderful place.
Let's have one more round of applause for Lincoln Elementary School. Congratulations. Thank you to our master educators and our top-notch employees. Your individual and collective efforts engage and inspire young learners every day. You give children the tools to be successful in life, which is evident in your outstanding students represented by this evening's presentations. We celebrate you. Our spotlight recipients receive a certificate of appreciation and an Amazon gift card for personal use from the Mesa Public Schools Foundation. In addition, our volunteer extraordinaire receives a candy-filled tumbler, and outstanding students are recognized with an official portrait to be displayed in the governing boardroom. You can see over here on my left against the wall, and at their schools and in a place of honor in their homes. Madam President, members of the board, Dr. Sean Holmes will now present the Perfect Attendance Awards, and that will conclude this evening's presentations.
Madam President, members of the board, and ladies and gentlemen, it's that time of year when we recognize outstanding attendance by our employees, both certificated and our support staff. Throughout our schools, all year long, we are continually communicating the importance of attendance with our students, to our students and to our parents, because we know what that means to them in terms of how it impacts their education, and then how their education then can so positively impact their lives. And so likewise, to ensure that our students have outstanding educational opportunities every day, we of course need our employees to be here each and every day. So that is the reason why once a year we come together and we celebrate the outstanding attendance of our employees. This would be for the 2016-17 school year, and I'm pleased to tell you that among our teachers, we had 164 who had perfect attendance, which is up from 123 in the prior year. I think that's outstanding. How about you? And then among our support staff, we had 83 that had perfect attendance, up from 58 in the previous year. So I think that's outstanding as well. So we'd like to go ahead and at this time acknowledge the schools that had the top attendance records amongst all our schools, the 5 schools that had the top attendance. And that would be starting with Franklin Jr. Jeff? Next on the list, we have Washington Elementary, Michelle Grimaldi. Franklin at Alma, Emily Kelly, principal. Whitman Elementary, Principal Beth Bishop. And with the highest rate of attendance in Mesa Public Schools, Eagle Ridge, Amy De La Torre. One more time, let's give them a huge round of applause. Okay, and we do have some individual awards, some individuals that we'd like to acknowledge. For 5 years of perfect attendance, he can't be here tonight, but Michael Spencer from Mesa Academy, I think that's rather ironic. How about you? But if you happen to see Michael, be sure to congratulate him for not attending here this evening, but having perfect attendance at Mesa Academy. Also, 5 years, perfect attendance, Guy Peterkin from Taylor Jr. Guy? And also with 5 years of perfect attendance from Hawthorne, Gina Marriott. One more time, let's give them a big round of applause.
We'd like to congratulate our perfect attenders and thank them. There is no substitute for great people in doing great things for kids, and that's exemplified by these outstanding people. We again want to thank you for your participation in the presentations. We'll resume the board meeting here as people move in and out, and then we will resume our meeting. Thank you so very much.
What makes Red Mountain a special place is definitely the people. It's a special community full of special people being served by special professionals. There are 7 levels of education within our campus. We can support every single student on our campus at the level that's most appropriate for them. We have the largest biomed program in the state of Arizona, also recognized by the Arizona School Board Association as a program of innovation with the Golden Bell Award. We're home to an advanced placement capstone diploma option for our students. We're one of the very few across the entire state that offer this opportunity for our students as they try to separate themselves before heading on to college or university. We also offer culinary arts programs that are robust in nature, along with other CTE offerings. Our faculty and staff are dedicated, they're passionate, they're heartfelt. They get to know students on a personal level. They get to know students and what their needs are academically. Red Mountain High School is an award-winning school. We're recognized in athletics, activities, and academics. We're extremely proud of our students and extremely honored to serve the community in which we do.
On this mountain. On this mountain. On this mountain.
On this mountain, we stand as one. We stand as one.
We stand as one. We stand as one. On this mountain, we stand as one.
Welcome to Los Andes, home of the Coyotes. One thing that really signifies Los Andes is our hardworking teachers. The curriculum mapping that our teachers and the time that we spend on our curriculum and common formative assessments is amazing. That's one of the reasons why we're an A+ school of excellence. Our parents are absolutely outstanding. We welcome them on the campus. We love having them on campus. Our parents are such a pivotal part of this. In fact, everything above is not possible. Aside from the academics, at Los Andes we really focus on the whole child. Our music program is phenomenal here. We have Suzuki, which is at no other school, and we have every child required to learn the Suzuki method.
Bring it to your head, to your left ear, straight down so it covers your left shoulder.
That carries into our advanced orchestra, where we actually have a symphony, where we combine our band and our orchestra. Coyote Daily is our broadcast club.
Good morning, Coyotes.
They film it, they write the script, and instead of an adult up there saying what's going on, we put that in charge of the students. Intramural sports is something really fun. That's getting them out there on the playground, making sure that they get the opportunity to experience multiple games. The best part about the enrichment rooms is it allows all of our students to be successful while growing new learners and new leaders in those classrooms by differentiating our structure in a manner that gives all of our students the opportunity to grow and excel. Los Andes is truly a remarkable place.
Hi, I'm Josh Henderson, proud principal of Lincoln Elementary School, where Cougar Pride is nothing to hide.
And he doesn't ever have me do anything. And that can happen.
Here at Lincoln Elementary School, we have a lot of unique programs that help support the learning of our students. We support the mission of Avid Elementary, which is to close the achievement gap by preparing all students for college readiness and success in a global society. In our classrooms, you will see students learning skills for success, which include communication skills, self-advocacy skills, note-taking strategies.
Say what?
Your mic's on, Steven. All right. Now that all that celebrating and fun is done, no, I'm just kidding. It will still be fun. We can still do it. All right, let's move on. We are on item 12, a presentation from our MCC advisors on our high school campuses.
Madam President, members of the board, while people are positioning and preparing themselves for this presentation, let me give you just a little background information. In consultation with the acting or interim president of Mesa Community College, Sasan Peretuzadi, we have built a system that I think is extraordinary. We have the opportunity and truly quite the honor, and you'll get to meet a couple of these individuals. This is an extraordinary group of counselors, MCC counselors, who are housed on our campuses. So they are part of the MCC faculty, and they're part of our Mesa Public Schools family as well. And their jobs is to do everything they can to remove any and all barriers to assist more and more students successfully enter into and be prepared for college at MCC and or other locations, in particular MCC, as you can imagine. That is the largest post-secondary institution that our students go to, and they are doing a fabulous job. Holly Williams will give you a little information, and then that we'll kick into getting an opportunity to meet some of these incredible people.
President Richardson and members of the board, I'm pleased to introduce to you tonight Tara Bloomvall. She is our coordinator for the supervisor of our advisors, and she's going to share some background information with you. And then she's brought along 2 of our advisors with her to give you some firsthand experience of what they experience day to day on our campus. And I echo what Dr. Cowan said, in that we are over the moon excited about this program and the opportunities it's providing for our students. She's going to share some of the great things that have happened already just this fall. As a mom of a dual enrollment kid who waits till the last minute to do everything, both her mother and me, or her and her mother, Jessica has helped me already just by, okay, Holly, this is what you need to do. And just having somebody that I can call and not have to navigate the MCC campus was just amazing, because she could give me a quick answer and tell me what I needed to do, and I appreciated that from a firsthand experience. So I'm going to turn it over to Tara. She's got a couple slides to share with you and some information. Tara, welcome.
Good evening. We are so excited to be here tonight to introduce you to the MCC MPS College Advising Team. This partnership between Mesa Community College and Mesa Public Schools officially kicked off in August at the start of the school year. And like everybody said, we now have a full-time Mesa Community College advisor in each of the 6 Mesa Public High Schools to help serve the students and families. Like Holly said, my name is Tara Bloomvall. I'm the team manager. I'm located at MCC Southern Dobson campus, but I do spend a lot of time at each of the 6 Mesa Public Schools supporting the team in any way that I can. I'm also joined tonight by Art De La Cruz. He is our Westwood High School advisor, and also Jessica Wong, who's our Mountain View High School advisor. They're sitting behind me, and you'll hear from them in just a few short minutes. But you can see up here on the screen our team of 6 advisors in the schools that they are assigned to. Together, our team brings a lot of experience. They bring a lot of passion for education. Together, our team brings 4 team members who are bilingual in English and Spanish, so that's a really great asset. We also bring over 20 years of experience in the professional world in terms of student support from the Maricopa Community College system. We also have team members who bring advising and transfer admission experience from some of the largest 4-year universities in the state of Arizona. And we also bring team members who have experience working in high schools as college and career advisors. And then most importantly, we have a team of individuals who are truly devoted to student success and making sure all students have access to higher education. So I think we have a really wonderful team out there across each of the 6 schools. So this team was developed to provide a one-stop enrollment experience to all Mesa Public High School students. We work with students from the point in which they enter high school as 9th graders all the way through high school graduation. We provide a wide range of different services and support to students at the schools. We're there to provide MCC information to MPS staff, students, and families. We also are there to provide early education and career planning to all students at different levels of their high school career. We also are responsible for recruiting and registering students into MCC's early to college programs like ACE, which is Achieving a College Education, Hoop of Learning, concurrent enrollment, dual enrollment. We also work very closely with high school seniors to make sure they're aware of the steps that they need to take in order to enroll into MCC after they graduate from high school. And then also, most importantly, we're there to provide students with information they need in order to obtain as much financially and scholarship opportunities that are out there and available to them. So like we said, we've only been in our positions for a few months. We're really excited to see what we're going to be able to accomplish over the entire academic year, but we did want to share some of the highlights that we've experienced over the past couple of months. So during the months of August and September, we actually were able to conduct 12 on-site placement tests across the 6 Mesa public high schools. And during those placement testing days, we were able to test over 400 prospective fall 2017 dual enrollment students. So that was a lot of testing, not just at our Southern Dobson and Red Mountain campus, but there at the high school, so the students have that convenience of taking those exams right at their school. Altogether, over the past few months, we've had over 800 appointments, student and family advising appointments regarding MCC. And in addition to those appointments, we've also had over 700 different student interactions through phone calls, emailing, and texting regarding dual enrollment and admission into MCC. In conjunction with the MPS advising team, we've hosted several FAFSA workshops to help high school seniors complete the 2018-2019 FAFSA application. We've also hosted several different MCC application workshops to help students complete the application for admission. We've participated in multiple college and career nights. We've hosted parent meet and greets to reach that population of important influencers. And we've also worked in conjunction with the MPS advising team to use the MPS senior profile data to reach out to those seniors who've expressed interest in attending community college after graduation so that they're aware of the resources that we now have at each of these 6 schools. And also, we're really happy to announce that we saw over a 40% increase in the number of students participating in early to college programs across the 6 Mesa public high schools in fall 2017 compared to fall 2016. So we see that success already, but very excited to see what we see over this entire academic year. So now I want to pass things over to Jessica and Art so they can go into some more detail about their experiences at their particular high schools.
I think we lost the PowerPoint there. That's all right. Hi, everybody. How are you? So I'm going to talk a little bit about Westwood. So my name is Art Dela Cruz, and I am the MCC College Advisor at Westwood High School. Really excited to be here. I started at Westwood, I think the week that everybody came back, all the teachers came back, and going through the new teacher orientation, new employee orientation. I met many of you there. It's been a crazy ride so far, so much fun. The staff, the administrators, the faculty, the students have all been very welcoming of us on the campus, of myself on the campus, and I've just been really excited and honored to be part of their community and be taken in to their community. A couple of highlights. So one of the things that we've implemented with regard to the advising team, the student advisors there at Westwood High School, is a referral system whereby if an advisor is meeting with the student who mentions that they might be interested in any one of our early college programs or attending Mesa Community College or taking a class even over the summer or something like that, they use a referral system where they can then automatically make an appointment with me right there on the spot, much like they would like a school psychologist or a social worker, where they would the advisor would make that referral. They're making that same sort of, we're using the same sort of system that's already in place for the students to then be able to meet with me and get the information that they need. So I thought that just being able to go in and kind of fit right into the system that's already in place, and it's been working out really well. Nearly, I think a little over 50 appointments have been started and completed at that point just by using that referral system. So I'm really excited about that. The advisement team has included me in their ECAP presentations, which, the seniors got to make that educational plan for what they're going to be doing post high school. And from that presentation, I got over 150 students to express that they're interested in applying to Mesa Community College, and so we followed up with those 150 students, and over half of them have been able to apply. And we're talking about the community college, and it's November, so this is really exciting to have students be so motivated and completing applications and taking steps fall of their senior year. So it's really exciting I've been working in recruitment for many years, and so getting students to take steps can often be a difficult thing. So that was really exciting. And then, as you might have heard, the FAFSA nights have been really great, as Tara mentioned right before. We had over 80 students attend the Westwood High School FAFSA night, and talking with the folks at Mesa Counts on College, and just talking to other folks around. Nobody had seen that many students be served on one night. We had over 80 on one night, and so that was really exciting. And there was so many people that folks were there till it was I believe it was 6 to 8. There were people hanging out there till 9:30, helping people. There were so many people to try and help, and we've already had 2 follow-up presentations from a lot of the people to follow up to make sure folks are getting the things in that they need. So really exciting things. In closing, I'd like to mention just helping these students navigate this often complicated process of college admissions and going through and career planning and figuring out what they need to do. It's my life's passion, and I'm really honored to be working with the community there at Westwood and meeting students where they are and helping them move up. So thank you guys so much.
Hello, I am shorter than the other two. My name is Jessica Wong, and I'm the MCC advisor at Mountain View High School. So I just want to start off by saying how appreciative I am of everyone at Mountain View, from the counselors, the teachers, the administrators. They've all been so welcoming and so supportive of our mission of helping our students become college ready and really make educated decisions about what they want to do after high school. A few highlights that I want to share that we've done this year. We really kicked off the year with dual enrollment. That was really our big push right at the start of August and September. This was the first year where we were actually able to go into the classrooms to talk with the teachers and the students to really share what it means to earn college credit early, what it means to get a head start, what kind of success that's going to have for them later down the road, and also being able to offer dual enrollment registration on site at the high school was such a good service for our students and their families. I had so many parents come up after me and say how appreciative they were that we were able to really meet them where they were and make sure that we could provide that service. Like Art and the other advisors, we also held a FAFSA workshop at Mountain View High School. We had about 70 people attend. And what's great is that with the counselors, we were able to get a list of all Mountain View students who have applied for the FAFSA and to see where their status is, if they have an incomplete application, if there are errors, if they were selected for verification. So being able to really follow up with them. I met with 5 students today just to talk about their FAFSA because they were selected for verification, and being able to have that follow-up and to tell them kind of what next steps they need to do so that they're not ambushed in the spring when they're trying to figure out everything else and worried about their financial aid coming through. So really, like Art said, getting them through the process a bit earlier. I've also been really fortunate to have a lot of support from our counselors in our Career Center. I've been able to connect with about 60 students and families who expressed interest in MCC and have individual appointments with them. That's been great because I get to learn more about their individual goals and concerns with regards to college. Mountain View has a very big LDS population, so being able to talk to those students about what steps we can take before they leave for their mission to make sure that when they come back from their mission, they're really ready to hit the ground running in terms of getting ready for college. Also talking to them about the President's Honor Scholarship, which is a scholarship that can cover up to 4 semesters of full-time tuition at MCC, which can actually be set up before they leave for their mission and then deferred for 2 years. So really just being able to have those individual conversations and take the time to go that in depth. One of the challenges I wanted to share is the parent outreach that I've been trying to do at Mountain View. I've held 2 parent meet and greet events, one more traditional night event, as well as one breakfast event during first hour, intended for parents who stay at home or who work at night. Both events were heavily advertised, but had low attendance. which is completely understandable because we know that parents have a lot of other commitments they have throughout the day and during the evening. So really just trying to think about how we can best reach out to parents since they are such an important decision maker in the process. And we all know that we can't necessarily trust students to provide timely and accurate information to bring that home. But I just think everything that we're doing, if it's successful or unsuccessful, has been such a good learning experience. It's a new initiative, so we're really just trying anything that we can to support our students and families. And I'm just appreciative of all the support that we've gotten from MPS, and I'm really excited to serve the Mountain View community. So thanks.
Okay. Yeah, if anyone has any questions, we'll take any questions now.
I actually have a question. I was on the Red Mountain campus recently, and I was very impressed by everything that's going on the campus and knowing you were starting this duty. So we talked a lot about the, I guess, the engagement with GCU and the opportunity to have full degree programs on a MCC campus. And I personally wasn't aware of the biotech program and all those things that are available. And I understand that your predominant job is, talking about MCC, but I hear so often in the community, being a Sun Devil, people choose that other school down there because it might be a little bit smaller. And I think that option is something that the community may not know either, that you could go to a small campus, beautiful campus like Red Mountain and still have that opportunity. So I'm glad to see you here today because we kind of talked about that being present and us aware that you can get a 4-year degree right there on Power Road where I live. I'm like, this is awesome. I would do it all over again.
Well,
yeah, so I think if that's something I think I would like to see in advertising and in that whole discussion. I don't know how much that happens because I know it's basically the dual enrollment and actually getting them to MCC. But I've heard in the community many times people talked about going to that smaller school, and I was like, this is a smaller school. It's right in our backyard, and I think it's almost like a untapped in resource.
Absolutely, it's a wonderful campus. These new programs are a great opportunity for students to stay on that small, close-knit community and obtain their 4-year degree from a large university like GCU. So we're excited about this new partnership. We're trying to find opportunities to get into classes to make these programs aware to the students. We also we'll be able to have these communications with dual enrollment students to be able to show them how the courses that they're taking as dual and concurrent students will work towards that 4-year program at GCU. And yeah, it's a wonderful opportunity. Anything else you guys would like to say? Yeah.
Just wanted to add my support. Having a number of children that we've raised and watched them try and navigate through this college career, as you know, it's a lot of unknown for them, and so having the support there on campus and available to them, I'm totally supportive and appreciative of what you do.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Yes, I just had a really quick question, and that is, elaborate a little bit on what it's like to, and how you go into the classroom. You said you go in and visit the classrooms and do presentations. Is that any particular classes you choose? How is that done?
So for me, for the classrooms that I've been in, they've been AVID classes, as well as our senior econ classes, which I actually visited in conjunction with our Career Center. So they have what's called Money Mondays, so it's kind of being financially savvy and things like that. So being able to talk about financial aid and scholarships from that perspective.
Oh.
So it's really more, even with AVID, it was more of a focus on filling out the FAFSA rather than here's a presentation on why you should go to MCC. But it was a good opportunity for me to connect with students who were interested in MCC and then have that follow-up conversation with them after.
Hmm.
And just kind of to add on to that, I think a lot of our purpose isn't necessarily to only be selling 100% MCC all the time. We can do that. I think all of us can do that, but that's not necessarily our purpose of, when we're going into classrooms, we're I know me particularly, I'm always talking with the teacher and communicating with the teacher or with the advisor to see, okay, you know, how does this, if I'm invited, and what sorts of topics am I going to cover? You know, I went into the dual enrollment classes, and I just talked about, because that class was being offered for dual enrollment, you know, we talked about the process of signing up for dual enrollment so that all the students had the opportunity to do that. But I know if a student comes to me and they want to talk about maybe attending another different Maricopa Community College, or how this is going to translate into a 4-year degree program later down the road, we still help them and navigate them, even if that may not be their number one choice. So I think I know myself, I have that attitude, and the staff at my school has really embraced that and said, okay, we're gonna bring you in a little bit easier, so it's not necessarily like I'm there only being the MCC guy. I have a lot of other different things that I can help students with as well. But as far as classrooms, I'll go in and I'm always checking to make sure, you know, this is what I'm going to cover. Is that okay? Does that sound right beforehand?
And we also schedule classroom presentations through the advising staff. We want to be mindful of the fact that students are there to learn, so we don't want to be taking time away from the curriculum and what they need to be learning. So we're coordinating all of that with the advising staff to make sure that not all the English classes are being presented to for every subject, so making sure we're spreading out the different times and opportunities in which we're getting to students. So yeah.
It's awesome. I'm so glad that you guys are there and doing this. I agree, Dr. Cowan. Great program.
Can I also share with you just a connection to this particular group? About a year ago, I met with David Luna, and we talked about the idea of a Grow Your Own program to encourage our own students to choose education teaching as a profession. Primarily, one of the things that we were talking about is promoting a diverse workforce, particularly amongst our teachers, but also, as you're aware, a concern with the teacher shortage. We need to be a little bit more active in promoting a pipeline where we can. I have been working with Annapurna Ganesh at MCC, and we're trying to work on ways to help students see the path from high school to MCC to ASU in a way that is cost effective in an environment where degrees aren't always that. And we've actually, I've spoken briefly with this group on a couple of occasions, but we're excited to potentially see that this is the connection to that Grow Your Own program that we think we need to reach the students. So that's another way in which we're engaging this particular group.
So I've been sitting silent trying to articulate my question, but we've got 6 different high schools. They've got different needs. You've got schools like Red Mountain and Skyline where are, going on assumptions, path to college may be a little more clear just based on the socioeconomic population of those areas. Then you've got Dobson and Westwood, where you're at, where your target audience, it may be the first time they go to, anybody in their family goes to college. Do you cater your presentations for those families that haven't really considered college in the past to kind of try to promote them?
So I think that's actually a really good question, and something maybe that I think I wanted to mention it the last time is everyone, all of our roles at each one of the schools are different depending upon how that school, what needs that school had in those areas. And then also, you know, our locations are different depending upon the space that was able to be at each school. So yes, we do, absolutely. And I think even taking it further than that, like even before the classroom presentation, I think we were hired with particular schools in mind sometimes. Like some of the things when the hiring process was happening, the folks were already thinking, the hiring committee was already thinking about how that person would fit into this school based on those needs. So yes, we absolutely do. And so, for example, my background, I'm a first-generation college student. Pal, without Pal, I wouldn't have been able to afford school. My family did not have a college-going culture. So I can speak to that. I'm bilingual, so I can help parents through that and understand that process. So I think that's exactly hit the nail on the head. That's particularly why I think I think that I have something to help serve that community. And I think it happens at each one of the 6 schools like that.
And I also just want to mention that we are definitely speaking to our audiences at our schools where we predominantly have Spanish speakers. We're doing our presentations in not just English, but also in Spanish. So we have translators who are there to help the students one-on-one, but also in the presentation kind of setting. We've also found that at some of those schools where we have a lot of first-generation students, they feel more comfortable having one-on-one appointments in a private, comfortable, safe space. So we've found that a lot of our team members are spending that time face-to-face with families and students, helping them through any concerns that they might have.
Perfect, thank you.
I'm impressed. Art, I love the way you've got Westwood vernacular. We'll meet the students where they are and we'll move up. Those are, yeah, you are part of the Westwood staff when you know words like that. And Jessica, I was thinking for you, here's a secret to parental involvement. Go where they already are. Having an extra meeting for me to go to is painful, but if you have a booth at a football game, or if you're somewhere, or a concert, or you're somewhere where parents already are, then you can have those conversations and show what you have to offer, because another place to go is usually low on my list of things to do. But I have currently living at my house my son, who's about to become a first semester student, and getting him to the advisement office and registered for school in January when he starts has been like really painful. And so I am impressed, because this process is hard for everyone. This navigating, I went to college, but it's been a really long time ago, and I don't know how to do it anymore. I don't know what he should do and how he should do it. So I think having you guys there, whether or not they're headed to MCC or headed to other places to help answer questions, because it's a process, and and I think our AVID programs do a really great job of supporting students as they're writing and doing applications, and they're looking for ways to do that, but having you there provides that link. And disenfranchised youth, young adults in Arizona is a huge problem. So I was so impressed by your statistics when I was reading them this afternoon, that you guys have already 40% growth in what was happening this time last year is a good hallmark that you guys are being effective, and we appreciate your coming and your hard work and your being in our schools to help us make improvements in the areas we want to as a board. You help us with our mission, so thank you. We appreciate that.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We really appreciate your work. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Now you don't have to stay. We don't feel bad if you leave. We want to leave. You can leave. You guys can. Thank you so much. It brings us to item 13, which is a call to the public. Can I skip the video if our call to the public person knows what to do? Or do we need to watch the video? Not that I don't love the videos. Sorry. Okay. We do have a request to address the public, and Joe, I'm going to say Giesick.
Think of Zeus.
Goose.
Goose.
Goose. I thought geese, because I remember I was supposed to think of a bird.
That's quite all right.
All right, thank you.
I just want to make sure you all get a copy of that.
Thank you.
Madam President, fellow board members, Dr. Cohen, all Mesa staff, parents, taxpayers, and last but not least, students, my name is Joe Gusick. I'm your lovable, slightly annoying American citizen. As I told you, I was going to investigate our Arizona state retirement system. I've gone to 2 state retirement board meetings, probably more than any other person on the face of the planet in this state as far as anybody, because I didn't see anybody at those meetings other than one retired former Mesa employee there, and he goes religiously. But I wanted to share you, they did a study. They did an actuarial study. And the thing is, they're doing the right thing. They're lowering the discount rate, but that means the rate has to go up. So if you look at this document in column 1, that was the current valuation when they did this back in July or so. If you look at column 2 and you go to that 16,000 number, that's 16 billion. That's, if you were to take the current assets of the fund in its current value, the fund is $16 billion underfunded. So what they did was the right thing. And it's very odd in the state of Arizona when people actually raise a rate or lower a discount rate to raise a rate, because we don't like to raise rates in Arizona. But where I grew up is you have an honest, truthful, virtuous conversation, and I'm telling you, a catastrophe is going to happen. As you can see, that third column, and if you go down to the third line where it says estimated FY19 contribution, 13.18, actuarially, that is where you're supposed to be. Oh, by the way, it didn't include your LTD, which is another 0.10 to 0.12. So 13.30 is where you're supposed to be. On a back end side, if you were to budget for that, would be an additional $5 million if you have a $300 million gross payroll. What they're gonna do is they're gonna phase it in. So on Friday, you'll find out. It'll be 0.30, it'll go up, or 0.35. And what that will mean to you, you'll have to budget for about $900 to $1 million next year for the employer side of your contributions. As you go and talk to these Arizona state, or these different associations and your lobbyists that you have, tell them catastrophe is going to happen, because it's going to go to 15%. It's going to go to 17% if we don't start having these hard conversations. And if we don't have these hard conversations with our state elected officials and say to them, my goodness, the teachers didn't cause this, you didn't cause this, the state elected officials caused this. They failed to do their job from 1988 to 2003. They artificially let it go down to give artificial raises to make the thing look perfect, and oh, by the way, the structural costs have hit you hard. So I say to you once again, as a board, as the trustees, as the guardians of Mesa Public Schools, you have to say to Senator Worsley, enough is enough, and you got to backfill this thing. You can't ask the teachers to give more. You can't. And at the end of the day, this fund was built for the teachers. Way, way back in the day, before it was called the Arizona State Retirement System, it was built for the teachers. Others were invited in the 70s to be part of this. So I do want to say this, and I know I don't want to end on a sad note for you tonight, because you had such a glorious meeting, and I'm just amazed. And you know, sometimes I hear people kind of say Mesa's not the place to be. But every time I've come, in the very least of all the places I've come, you do the most amazing things. You really do. There is no other school in this state that does what you just did here. None. In fact, you're actually hooking yourself into the future, where the system should have always been pre-K to K-16. So I compliment you. I look out for the backside of you, because that's what I can do. So I try to educate you the best I can in the ways I can for you. But I will tell you, if it keeps going, the next discount rate of another 5%, it's another $5 million. And that next one, and oh, by the way, when I read the report, really the discount rate should be about 6.5%. So you could have another, technically, after they phase it in, that's 5, another 5. There's $15 more million. So I know I'm ending on a little bit of a glimmer of hope, but I will say this. I want you to all enjoy your holiday. Have a happy holiday. I thank you very much for serving education. And Dr. Cowan, I am going to come back before you officially retire and publicly comment about you, sir. So thank you very much for allowing me to speak, probably much more than 3 minutes. But I really do, I ask you, if you look to the second page, those contribution rates don't go down until 2043. There will be teachers that will have never seen a rate even close to 2% in their entire career, even if serving 30 years. Thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Joe. We try to keep pace with the things you teach us. I usually need a tutoring session about it later. We appreciate it. We are not calling for adjournment at this time. We are calling for recess. Do I have a motion to move into recess so that we can go and move into executive session?
I move that we go into recess for executive session.
Thank you. All those in favor?
Aye.
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 All right, we will reconvene in 4 minutes. Run to the bathroom.